Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just got back from my road trip yesterday, and I wanted to just talk about what's been happening on that road trip, and how to manage your eating and your diet while traveling. Um, so we went on a 3-day road trip. We left on Sunday and we got back yesterday. Um, to be honest, I thought it would be, because I've sort of got routines now. I thought it would be easy, and I'd like be able to say no to things, but it was hard. I found it pretty difficult. It's the same as going into holiday mode. Like when you go on holiday, you're like, oh, I can just eat whatever I want, do whatever I want because I'm on holiday. Like I don't care. But it's important to stick to your diet. Which is what I figured out while I was on the trip. So let's start at the beginning. We left, and the first thing we did, so my parents and my family love going to cafes. The first thing we did is we stopped at a tea plantation, which was really fun. It was really beautiful. It was like very scenic, relaxing, calm. The service was amazing. And I had tea, which is good because that's on my approved list. I had tea, got to sample different types of tea. That was great. Then it came to the food, and I was pretty strong on this part of our trip with the food. So my dad ended up ordering the seafood chowder. My mum got like some deep fried coconut prawn thing, a bowl of bread, and I was looking at the menu, and the only thing I could literally have was the edamame bean. So I got that. They were just, your usual steamed edamame beans, and they came with a side of soy sauce. Those edamame beans were the best thing on our table that day. They were so delicious. Everyone loved them. And they were really, really good. Also really filling. So I didn't feel like I had missed out because they were just delicious. So it was fine. Then, as the road trip went on, because we had this like tea time thing around like 11 o'clock, and we had left the house at 10. We didn't really stop for lunch, which was a big help to me because we weren't constantly eating throughout the day. On our trip we didn't stop for lunch once, because we sort of just went to cafes and had like a nibble there. But yeah, so we went to Rotorua after that. So, that was our first stop. We stayed the night in Rotorua, and we stayed at this amazing place, and it's on top of a hill. Once again, the service was amazing. The lady was so accommodating and so nice. Plus, there were alpacas there, and I was so excited. I love alpacas. This is where my first slip up happened. So again, we had coffee there. I had a tea again, and it was and then for dinner we had this like platter of all the like meats, like, so there was like lamb and venison and stuff like that, which was really good. I could eat that. It came with bread, and then my parents also ordered like scones and muffins for tea time, and I had that much of a scone, like a little quarter, and the same amount for a muffin. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have had it, but yeah, it was probably just one of my weakest moments. I did have it, and it was really nice. But, yeah, I think when you have a slip up, the most important thing to remember is you've had it, just acknowledge it and move on. Don't go out of control. Again, it's teaching yourself to be in moderation. So I shouldn't have had it, but I did, but I didn't go crazy with it. Yeah, and then we had dinner, and it was really good. The next few days was all right. If I felt hungry on the trip, I used to keep water in my shaker bottle in my backpack in the car, and then I would just drink my shake whenever I felt hungry because we didn't really stop to eat. When we went to cafes, I just had tea, green tea or peppermint tea, which was good because I got to still spend that time with my family, and they were having coffees and cakes and stuff, and I would just miss out on that, which was all right. The next morning for breakfast, we went to a cafe, and everything's served with bread, or has some sort of carb element. So I got something that was like high protein, and then it just came with a few slices of bread, and I gave the bread to my dad. I got scrambled eggs with chorizo sausage. Now a lot of it came, so I just had like a little bit of it. And then, like, my mum had eggs on toast, my dad had like an omelette and stuff like that. But that was pretty good because I had my tea and I had eggs and chorizo sausage, which was just protein. So I managed in that sense. Oh, it also came with a grilled tomato, which was on my approved list, so that was fine. Then our last night on the road trip, we went to this place, and it was a steakhouse, and we got like a bunch of different things. We ended up getting like cornbread and kumara fries and mac and cheese and stuff. Now, I didn't eat the cornbread and I didn't eat the kumara fries, but that mac and cheese was like calling me. I have never seen a mac and cheese that good, so well presented and like cheesy. Like you put your fork in it and like the strings of cheese. I had a few bites of that, so I didn't go crazy and have a lot. I had like probably 2 or 3 bites from it, so like little forkfuls. Like I probably ended up eating like that much of it. And the dish was like this big. So that was fine. Hindsight, again, probably shouldn't have done that, but I did, and it wasn't too bad. When I came back, the first thing I did was weigh myself. And it was good because I'd only put on like a few grams. I hadn't put on like a huge amount of weight. Which was good to see. And then it was also at the end of the day, so I always weigh myself in the morning. So when I weighed myself this morning, I had actually gone down as well because I was back to like my like true weight, I guess. So yeah, I did have a few slip ups on this trip, but I didn't go out of control, which was good because most of the time when we go on a road trip, I'd be having like fast food and like cakes and pastries and all that stuff and everything like that. And in this trip, I was well managed, but I kept worrying, and I was like, "Mum, you think I'm doing okay? I'm doing okay, Mum." And she's like, "Yeah, you're fine. Like, like you haven't gone out of control. Like, you haven't gone crazy with your eating. You're still like having your shakes and stuff, and like, you've made like different choices to what you would have previously, with what you're eating." So yeah, when you go on a road trip, remember you can still enjoy with your family. You just need to stick to your diet. There will always be a salad on the menu or something like that. Just opt for that. When we went to that steakhouse, I had a salad, a chicken salad, and my family were eating like buffalo wings and stuff like that, and like fried chicken. I really starting to enjoy salads. Like if there's not a salad, I'm like, oh, everything just feels so heavy. But yeah, you can always get like a salad, or like for me, those edamame beans were like amazing. I loved them. And yeah, if you have a slip up, just don't dwell on it. Don't ruin your whole trip over it. Once again, just moderation. It's better if you don't, but keep it in moderation. If you have a little bite, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world, Keep water on you, so you can keep drinking. Normally I'm the person that never has to stop for bathroom breaks on a road trip, and I was like having to go to the bathroom all the time, which was fine because I kept myself hydrated, which was all right. In the mornings, I would always make like a Starbucks cup full of green tea, and then I'd have that in the car, if we weren't going to stop for a while. And then if we went to cafes, I just had tea. There's always options there that you can go to without ruining your diet. So yeah, if you do travel, remember you can still have fun and enjoy with your family. There'll always be something there for you to eat. Don't worry about that. And if not, just take low carb snacks and stuff like that. A really good high protein low carb snack, and they also use artificial sugar in it. They don't use actual sugar. Is pork rinds. So if you're just feeling hungry, just have a few pork rinds and you'll be fine. Yeah, that's all for today. In my next video, you'll see me in the hospital. It is Thursday today, and my surgery is on Monday. So yeah, that's very exciting. I'm very excited. I can't wait. So I'll see you then. Bye.